Hi everyone, I hope this finds you in good health. As usual, this is written in a merit of a refuah shlema for all of those affected by coronavirus. Welcome to Emunah Until the Sunset. Tonight is Shavuot. Thrilling. Shavuot is the Chag, the holiday, where we commemorate and celebrate Kabbalat HaTorah, the reception of the Torah on Har Sinai, Mount Sinai. And yet on this very important Chag, where we celebrate the most famous rules, Aseret HaDibrot, the Ten Commandments, we don't even have one rule. There isn't a single mitzvah commanded in the Torah about Shavuot. The wonderful Rabbi Adi Isaacs, who is the director of the Study Abroad in Israel program that I did, gave a really beautiful Shavuot shiur this past week. He emphasized what sets Shavuot apart from the rest of the Chagim. So think about any other major Chag. We have Matzah on Pesach, the Shofar on Rosh Hashanah, and the Sukkah on Sukkot. Why do we need these props? Because completing these actions of mitzvot help us to be present. So then what about Shavuot? Shavuot transcends the props and the reminders to be present. This day is nothing but recognizing that Hashem was there for us, and now we have the Torah, our code of life. The closest thing we have to a Shavuot mitzvah is Sfirat HaOmer, the counting of the Omer. As I've discussed before, Sfirat HaOmer is significant for a few reasons, but one being its association with character refinement. With Sfirat HaOmer, we are embracing the energy of growth and change. We are counting the days from our physical redemption from Egypt on Pesach up to our spiritual redemption, Kabbalat HaTorah, receiving the Torah on Shavuot. But the mitzvah is over once we reach the day of Shavuot. We don't even count the actual day of Shavuot, just the day before. This is like when you study really, really hard for a test. Every day leading up to it, you're hustling, but on the day of, you're very secure in your knowledge and you don't even open your books. So we've been working for these past 7 weeks, and now we are ready for the exam, Kabbalat HaTorah, Shavuot. I also had the privilege to hear Rabbi Yonah Aryeh Refson of Neve Yerushalayim give a Shavuot shiur this past week as well. Here are the thoughts that he shared. The Zohar, the foundational work of Kabbalah, says that the key to Shavuot is in a pasuk from the second line of Shir HaShirim, Song of Songs. Yeshakeni min hashikot pihu, let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth. Shavuot is the day that Hashem kisses Am Yisrael on the lips. Not Pesach, not Yom Kippur, not Sukkot, but Shavuot with Kabbalat HaTorah. So now Rabbi Refson talked about the source of happiness and sadness. What is sadness? And what is happiness? When broken down, the source of sadness is limitation, and the source of happiness is lack of limitation. When someone passes away, for example, we are sad because their potential is dashed. Their life is limited forever. If we think about it, any negative emotion can be attributed to an intangible blockage of some kind. So it's the exact opposite when we experience happiness. What are the most joyous experiences we've known? The birth of a child and weddings come to mind. But why? Do we know that the child will be a great tzaddik or tzaddikus? Do we know that the marriage will work out? No, but there is endless potential for these things to be. Further on limits, when we're down, we say, I need some air, or I have to take a walk outside. Obviously, the outside world was there before, and we were still sad, so what changed? When we walk outside, we are reminded of the unlimited world outside our door. Our souls are the unlimited godly battery that we have inside. If we think about it, anything we are able to connect our souls to results in happiness. For example, when we dance, we are trying to be in more than one place at once, removing the limits of physical space. And when we're sad, we can barely make one step. Another example of a limit is when we are learning a new language and can't find the word in the new language to express some idea that we're trying to communicate. It's the most frustrating feeling, I'm sure you all know it, but words in general, even our native words, are also limited. Okay, so then what isn't limited? As the Zohar says, a kiss. And the Zohar says that a kiss comes from the heart and communicates more than all the words in the Torah. Every question we have about Shavuot is answered by this pasuk from Shir HaShirim. This kiss from Hashem gave over the power of beyond, of transcending limits, and that is the energy that we embrace today. There's the custom to stay awake the night of Shavuot learning. The most common explanation is that the day that Bnei Yisrael were to receive the Torah, they overslept. So we stay awake to make sure that we don't oversleep the way that they did. We have to sleep in life, so therefore sleep is also a limitation. This custom of staying up all night reflects us rejecting that limitation. But in truth, being awake is also limited. Our sleep is not limited because sleep brings us to our insane dreams, where events that could never ever happen in real life do. Dreams are unlimited. Okay, so Bnei Yisrael did sleep the night before getting the Torah because they didn't have the Torah yet. The only way that they could be unlimited like Hashem is by sleeping, by being in their dreams. We, however, do have the Torah, and because that is our key to releasing limitations, we do not sleep. Does that make sense? Seriously, write to me if it doesn't. It took me a second, but it's such a cool concept. Okay, so now why did we get the Torah in the desert? In the middle of the desert. It would have been pretty cool to give the Torah at Kriyat Yamsuf, the splitting of the sea. So why the desert? The desert because there are no streets, no houses, no blockages, just unlimited sand and unlimited space. Even being born as a Jew is a limitation. We are born this way, and so we accept it. But who goes beyond their limitations and becomes a new person? A convert, like Ruth was. She went beyond herself and became Jewish. And this is one of the reasons that we read Megillat Ruth, the scroll of Ruth, on Shavuot. On Pesach, Bnei Yisrael went from being slaves to being free. But freedom, this idea, is still in the natural world. In Kriyat Yamsuf, the splitting of the sea, land became water, water became land. Again, that is of this natural world. But Shavuot? Shavuot was the time when God went beyond himself, giving the world the power to transcend as he does. This power of beyond. And if we can connect to God, we too can become limitless. So I am wishing you an unlimited, connected Shavuot. May we all embrace this energy of Kabbalat HaTorah. Chag Sameach. Thank you so much for listening.